Okay.
Okay, I thought they were going to do rock, paper, scissors again. I'm not even going to lie to you.
They're not. I don't know what's happening with.
To be fair, I'm not sure either.
They're not doing tournament mode. Okay, and just straight out the gate, some damage on ZeeBee. We did see Hyperflame was 3-1. Ooh.
A devastating start there for Switch.
Yeah, for ZeeBee, from Switch. Yeah. But Hyperflame and ZeeBee was 3-1 yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or was it 3-2?
Sorry?
Hyperflame, ZeeBee? I don't quite remember.
I don't quite remember either.
Well, in any case, we do know that ZeeBee has struggled this tournament a bit with Zetterburn, and I mean, Switch is in the winner's side, Hyperflame is in losers, so while I won't definitively say one's a better player, we do know that, that if he was struggling with one, he might struggle with another.
Zetterburn, Switch with a fantastic start here. ZeeBee just not being able to quite get in on Switch. But Switch, I mean, just such a talented player. What can you say about him?
Ooh, great parry. I mean, Switch did get a lot of damage on the board that last stock and was pretty dominant, but I will say ZeeBee lost his stock from an overextension, not from a kill. And wow!
Oh my god!
My god,
ZeeBee devastating dunk there.
The Elden Ring. So
but let me ask you a question, Angelo. Do you think ZeeBee thanks the funk on a fresh nasty dunk? I don't think so.
ZeeBee is so good at those down specials. I mean, it's a hard move to hit, especially off stage, but ZeeBee knows how to do it, if anyone. Okay, just playing some neutral between the two of them, even percents, even stocks. I mean, Switch did run away with the beginning of this at the beginning of this game, but
and we're seeing a reversal of what we saw earlier in the game. ZeeBee now with a devastating lead
and a bit of a teabag because of course he would.
What a prankster! What a jovial little prankster!
What a jovial little prankster!
That's a good way to describe ZeeBee.
Exactly, or a sandalwood candle.
A sandalwood candle, or a sour raspberry Mike and Ike.
They're forward strong. Perhaps a misinput, but I mean, who are we kidding?
Oh, and a devastating fair there. We're tied up. It's last stock, game one. Yeah. What an exciting match here we have.
And just the anticipation from that nair to go into that forward air off stage to get the stock. Ooh, and
are you crazy?
So one thing I do know about Switch is that he does prefer to go for these more ladder combos with Zetterburn unless he's going for the stock, and there we see it.
That's going to be game one for Switch, but that was so back and forth. I really don't know what to make of it.
I mean, they're just efficient at closing out stocks.
Yeah, I mean, what's your main takeaway from this?
I mean, what I think it is that their offense is turned to 10.
Yeah,
we know that.
Absolutely.
It's just, can either of them turn their defense up? And, I mean, ZeeBee lost his first stock to a bit of an overextension, but also got a really early kill right after
Off of Switch's overextension.
Yeah, I'd say so. So we'll just see who...
Do you think Game 2 is going to be a bit turned down, or do you think they're just going to keep trucking ahead?
I think that if anyone's going to... It could continue to be even, by all means, but if anyone's going to take it away, I think it'll be because one player learned out how to deal with the other's offense, not because either turns it down. And we see Switch just bring him up and down. Wow, that nair forward that took the game took a stock last game.
That's gonna be the down smash. Again, another dominant start from Switch. What we saw last game, that dominant start didn't really amount to much as ZeeBee immediately brought it back.
Yeah,
and here we go.
Here we go. The offense.
Oh, but a great parry there.
Great parry. Misses the grab off of that down air for some good DI off of ZeeBee's part. Ooh. And wow, down up strong down air.
But a great tech there. Not going to be able to
convert off of that. I loved what ZeeBee was going for. He went for a jab and then went for a grab so that he could keep him on pillar for a bit longer to put him in a worse position, but Switch was not falling for it. Okay, goes for these.
Oh, just such a devastating position here for ZeeBee. And he's down 3 stocks to 1 at 0%, but not quite going to kill.
Ooh, great down strong, and that takes it.
I thought he was going to live that.
I did too. But this is what I'm saying, you know, it looks like Switch has figured out ZeeBee's offense. And great spot dodge to get out of that chain grab. Goes to the bear hug. Perhaps to call out Switch sitting in shield. But man.
Leading in a lot with those back airs, you'll notice.
Yeah, well, it's a great spacing tool. It's a great combo tool, and gets the. Keeps it going.
ZeeBee's always great with those air grabs. Like even from the advent of Rivals 2 competitive tournaments.
And then the teabag again. Great offstage play, great awareness from ZeeBee, and that closes out the stock, which is exactly what he needs. And this isn't.
But it looks like Switch might close out the stock here. He has to have a good edge guard. ZeeBee getting in safe.
Yeah. I'm loving these nair into forward air off stages. You know, I think there's something that, wow, I thought that he lived from that, and ZeeBee looks a little discouraged here.
We might be seeing another sweep in this top 8. How would that be? Both of our winner semi-final matches being just 3-0 sweeps. That's unheard of.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. But
that would establish a pretty clear cream of the crop.
Yeah, but I mean, it's I couldn't say that I'd be too surprised. As I said, ZeeBee has been struggling with this player, with this matchup.
ZeeBee has to start so much better here. Just the past 2 stocks just starting so poorly, and that ultimately cost him in the end.
Yeah,
but
that's better.
A great, strong start of his own here. Hopefully, this leads to good things.
And of course, the teabag.
Why not?
Why not?
Just have some fun.
You would.
That's what video games are all about, aren't they?
So, one interesting tidbit about Kragg up tilt is that you can, if you crouch cancel the first hit, you can tech out of it. But if you miss the tech, then you're DIing down, which gives them a better combo. So we did see Switch miss that tech earlier. Ooh, I love that wait for the down tilt. There it is.
Great fair there.
Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, I think those nair forward airs work far more consistently on Kragg because of how much of a fast faller he is.
Yeah. Percent leads in this match in particular, the set just feels so misleading because Kragg just lives for so long and Switch has such a good dominant combo game. It feels like the game could just turn on a whim.
What would,
and here we go.
Perhaps a flub there. I mean, ZeeBee just kind of let him back on for free, and then Switch got a parry out of it. I don't exactly know what's happening with ZeeBee here, but oh my lord! What? Switch makes that back? That's incredible. I really thought that he was down and out. Ooh. Bit of a tricky position and great back.
But still making it on. ZeeBee always just so good with recovery. He's just such a slippery player, that ZeeBee. Always finding ways to get out of just terrible situations.
And, of course, the F straw. Alright, they are just going even here. I mean, this is both a more competitive game for ZeeBee, and this game has been a little bit slower. I think that the stocks aren't flying quite in the same way that they were.
And I feel like that's always going to fall in Kragg's favor. When you can slow the game down, not let Zetterburn get in, kind of do manhandle you the way he wants to, it's just going to be a bit of a tougher ask for Switch. We're even. Another player really getting much here.
Ooh, and goes to that down special. And just trying to spike Switch down. I mean, if you can get Zetter down underneath the stage, it puts him in a way worse position. Ooh, great back air, great back air.
Just keeping him up, boxing him out of the position. You're not getting that rebound, pal.
Oh my lord. ZeeBee overextends and...
Not going to get him with the scrub killer.
Not going to get... Well, Switch is no scrub.
He got someone yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, but not Switch.
I think it was Hyper Flame.
I think it might have been. Well, ZeeBee needs to close out this stock in this game here if he wants to be on
that percent lead just feels like it's lying to me. I mean, look, Switch looks like he's in a really dominant position here, but it's all switched up.
Goes for the down strong, which would have covered 2 out of 3, which did cover 2 out of 3 options, but Switch picked right. Okay, ZeeBee just makes it back, stays on ledge a bit, and just going for these forward airs because he knows one will kill. Ooh, great snipe on that, and that's it for Switch. It has to be.
No, he can still make it on. Not going to
ZeeBee
do it.
does not let it happen.
We're 2-1. Switch still having access to match point here, but it's going to be a little more difficult. ZeeBee, great game. I mean, that's everything we wanted. We wanted him to slow the game down. We wanted him to control the center of the stage, and he did it, and he looked great.
Yeah, and he, I think he did a better job intercepting Switch's recovery. What are they chanting?
I don't know.
Are they chanting Poke again? All good? Okay. All right, well, we did see ZeeBee go to Julesville twice. Switch won once, and ZeeBee, of course, won the next one. So I'm going to see where Switch responds with.
I mean...
Wait, are... The doubles maps are open. What are they playing?
We're going into an infamous stage here, Hyperborean Harbor.
Yeah, I'm definitely surprised by this. I do think that Zetters like this stage, but Kraggs love it. I think that Kragg's recovery gets so for those of you who don't know, that little platform.
And it's so much harder to challenge.
It's so much harder to challenge. Those little platforms at the corner of the stage, you can jump through them, and so someone like Kragg can jump through them on his recovery.
I don't mean to question Switch, but I feel like I have to. I just don't understand this counter pick.
Yeah, and the walls are farther away, so Switch has a little bit harder time recovering. And I mean, we saw it straight out the gate with his first stock. Love just that wall jump to get back onto the ledge. Oh, okay.
I mean, like, it almost feels safe. What are you gonna do? You gonna challenge him? He's Kragg.
I mean, look at this recovery. Look at the options that ZeeBee has. He is just living down there. He can build a house. He can raise a family.
He can raise a family. You're ridiculous.
I try. I mean, ZeeBee, Switch gave ZeeBee this, and ZeeBee's taking it.
It feels like he's dealing all of his damage from underneath the stage. This is, like, preposterous.
Oh my god, well, if anyone would do this, it's ZeeBee. If anyone's willing, it's
Such
him.
a jovial trickster.
Such a jovial trickster. I mean, look at this.
Hopping around.
He's just hopping around.
This is definitely traveling. I'm surprised the ref isn't calling this.
Let's go, ZeeBee. Well, ZeeBee was complaining to me about rock throw being a little bit slower, but he still has some confidence in it.
I mean, we know ZeeBee, he loves his jumps.
You know,
he's just toying with his food.
I think at this point in ZeeBee's career, he'll just do anything. He basically wants people to quit the game. That's a pretty consistent theme with ZeeBee, isn't it? Just ridiculous things that shouldn't work that he makes work because guess who he is? I mean,
ZeeBee.
What a jovial trickster. What a goof. He'll teabag between stocks, went down, and he'll live down there. So those, you can jump through those, but you can't drop through them from the stage. So if Switch wants to go contest that, which clearly he doesn't.
I mean, he can play the entire set down here, man.
Look at this. Wait, this is the timeout.
This is the timeout.
Let's go. Come on, a timeout, please. I would love to see it.
That's what I want.
That is what I want.
Give the people what they want, ZeeBee.
Listen, I think the first time that I saw like a rival's set be slowed down like this was Cheesy Potato.
Oh, I recall.
Kusi, and I want to say Genesis, but
yes.
Cheesy Potato did do this sort of thing. Oh my god! And on Switch's counter pick, ZeeBee takes a second stock and goes right back down there.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Look at the look on ZeeBee's face.
And to
he
believe
is living here.
And to believe this was Switch's counter pick.
I mean, my god. What was he thinking? I mean, again, I think that this is a good Zetter stage. He can get a lot like that. He gets a lot off these platforms.
That's the start of a comeback. That's the start of a very, very necessary comeback here for Switch to seal the set.
But it looks unlikely.
Still not in a great position.
I mean, he does not have an answer for what ZeeBee has been doing this whole game. And, you know, I think that we might see this counter pick in his, you know, when Switch plays someone like Cake or perhaps in the Ditto. But against Kragg, I just don't know. Just goes for not a care in the world.
Oh, and that's gonna be it.
Let's go, ZeeBee. There's the scrub killer. Without missing a beat, the second that Switch was on there.
What did I just watch?
What did I just watch? The only reason why that wasn't a timeout is because Switch decided that it not to be.
I mean, he can raise a family down there, man.
My God. Well, he was so dominant in the beginning of the set. ZeeBee crawled back with that game 3, and suddenly we're going to a game 5.
And suddenly we're going to game 5. I mean, just such a dominant start for Switch, but ZeeBee able to turn around a poor counter pick from Switch. Let's face it.
Yeah, well.
Where's he going to send him now?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I mean, one thing about Hyperflame during his set is that I would say a lot about how much momentum-based he is.
Deep in thought, Switch trying to find a good counter pick. Godai Delta, a much wiser pick, we'll say, than the previous choice.
No matter what. Definitely more neutral. But I don't think that Switch is too much of a momentum-based player. I don't think that he's shaken by that game 4, and I think that he's going to go right back into this with full steam. But, I mean, ZeeBee definitely will too. Ooh. We're also, I think, seeing ZeeBee play a bit more with the rock here. I think that he's not going as much for just hitting Switch as hard as he can and trying to play a bit more with his projectiles, with his zoning tools. Great shield pressure from Zetterburn, and of course, Switch is one of the best Zetterburns in the world.
Now, unlike most of our games, the set, not a very strong start for either player, fairly even.
Yeah.
Oh! And as I say that, and a fresh dunk from ZeeBee, the most dominant big man in the league.
Ooh, and the crowd loves it. I mean, how can you not love watching something like that? Ooh, Switch goes and breaks the pillar so that ZeeBee won't be able to live longer off the side and be able to tech, but it does mean that ZeeBee gets away with his life.
I mean, Switch cannot let ZeeBee get a big percent foothold here. He needs to start sealing out the stock for ZeeBee.
I loved both that parry and that jab. You know, ZeeBee came back with such a
parry.
Safe option, and Switch was ready for something, but it wasn't as strong as he thought.
Just ZeeBee, the most devastating Kragg in Rivals. Rivals 1, Rivals 2, does not matter. His combo game is eternally on point.
My God, you know, I
take back my words. I said, oh, this isn't a strong start. This is a dominant start here for ZeeBee.
Jesus, and this is, okay, the first of ZeeBee's goes to Switch. But this might be the solution to ZeeBee's Switch problem. We'll see.
He's treating that rock like a bazooka. He can just blow up the entire position.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, as we said at the beginning of the set, that their offense was on 10, but I think we were wrong. I mean, look at what ZeeBee's been doing this game. His offense is on 11. He has been just turning it up.
Just having a little bit of trickery there with the rock, making Switch guess where it's going to be, forcing bad options like that parry earlier.
Yeah, and I love how ZeeBee will swap between this just like hyper-aggressive in-your-face pace and then just goes back, plays the rock.
After that parry we saw from Switch earlier, ZeeBee kind of changing up his game plan here. This could be it!
I think... Oh my God! And ZeeBee, with a rare flub, lets Switch back on, and Switch is making the most of it. Okay, ZeeBee had that little bit of a scary shield, but... Ooh.
Oh, going to
misses
the pivotal up smash there.
Yeah,
he needed it.
He really did. Ooh, great parry!
Another
Switch
great
is
parry.
playing so fast.
This, I mean... Winner of this gets into winner's finals. Switch is playing for a real prize here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And a great parry. Can he capitalize?
Oh my...
Yes!
What a combo! The whole time I thought, is he dead? Is he alive? And he closed it out. Ooh. Switch is not letting this...
ZeeBee missing the tech chase there. That would have surely sealed the set.
Switch is not letting this go away for free, and big 30, 40, 50.
He knows that one mistake here seals the game for ZeeBee. Could this be the mistake? It is! ZeeBee! 3-2!
The Nair. Well, that was a great set.
That was a fantastic set. No complaints from me.
No complaints. Even with the counter pick, which perhaps was a bit of a mistake, I mean, ZeeBee did look. He just ran away with that game.
He just ran away with that game.
Again, on Switch's counter pick. So, you know, no one can take that win away from him.
Just such exciting game for both players. You cannot really be disappointed from what you saw from both camps. I'm certainly not.
No, of course. I mean, I love watching both of them play.
I mean, I do, I'll admit.
You know, with the new game, with the sequel, we've had all of these new players coming into the scene, and for a spectator, that's a